Coach, what happened in the overtime? You guys just couldn't get a shot to fall. What was it? Just a matter of?
Well, you just said it.
Yeah. I mean, that happens.
They made some shots. You know, you make shots, you win.
Did you feel like Manu got tired towards the end there?
I don't know. I didn't ask him that. Maybe he did. I don't know. It doesn't matter, though. He's going to play. I'm sure everybody was a little bit tired.
Gary George, Inland Valley News. Coach, talk about the aggressive factor as far as, you know, you guys were leading and then you let it up. Talk about what you guys did or didn't do to maintain that momentum going forward.
I'll try to answer that. We just kept playing the game, and we got in overtime, and we didn't make shots. They executed, and they made some shots. We didn't lose any aggressiveness. We just kept playing, and they did a good job in overtime. It's as simple as that.
Jeff Lepper, NBA.com, back over here. Does this feel like a missed opportunity when you're up by 8 with 4.5 left?
Well, of course. I mean, everybody would want to finish out a game if you have a lead going down the stretch. You don't want to lose the lead. That goes without saying.
Mike Monroe, San Antonio Express News. Do you feel like in the fourth you settled for too many jumpers, didn't post up, take it inside where you were having some success?
You know, I have to look at the film. I thought we did a little bit of both. Timmy got the ball out on the post, but you know, you take what's given. You do the best you can to read the defense, see what's available, and you react accordingly. It might be a lot of shots for one person because of what somebody's doing defensively, or it could get spread around. I think we got caught up in a few too many threes. 27 is too many for us.
If I can follow up, do you have any sense at all of what's going on with the free throws in this series, and especially today, 56%? Is that something in their heads?
We didn't make our free throws, and I don't think that I'll be able to watch the film and come up with an answer for you of why we missed the free throws. We missed them. It's uncharacteristic. We've been shooting at about an 80% clip all year, and in the last few games we've shot them very poorly. I don't know why. I don't have the answer to that.
Daniel LaRue, Real GM. Both teams tonight only had 4 fast break points. What do you think explains that change from the rest of the series?
I have no idea. It's just the way the game went. Every game is different. You can look at any game and something will be odd. You can look at the rebounds or turnovers or something, and it's just the way the game got played that night. You know, there's no formula for that sort of thing. The next game, maybe both teams will have 20 fast break points. And you'll ask why, and I'll say I have no clue why.
Coach, you've played and coached a lot of basketball over the course of your career. This is an unusual Warrior team, to say the least. Do they remind you of anybody that you've ever gone up against, or are they sort of unique? How do you game plan for this team?
Well, I don't compare them to anybody else. I don't care about any other team. I only care about who I'm playing. And you game plan for them first by doing what you do. You know, at this point in the season, we all are what we are, and that's what you need to do, is to execute the way you play and to do those things. So obviously, you know, you give attention to people like Curry and Thompson, but, you know, you have to do the whole deal. I mean, tonight, Barnes and Jack were tremendous, you know, and they got the job done for them. So when other people step up, you know, that's always a great thing in these games. And usually in the playoffs, teams that win have other people step up at some point in a series, and those two guys did it tonight.
What happened offensively for you guys in the last 5 minutes of regulation and then in overtime?
It was a tough game to score on. We both played great defense, and you know, in overtime we just stopped scoring. We kept running the same plays and our usual stuff, and it just didn't fall. And they made every shot in overtime, and that's in a game that is so close and so tight. that ends up being the difference. I think we were both fantastic defensively.
Manu, Bruce McGowan with KGO San Francisco. Have you ever played a team quite like the Warriors in the playoffs? I mean, you played a lot of playoff series, but this is unique.
Yeah, truly, I played a lot of teams. I don't remember who played or was similar to the Warriors, but it's a talented team, young players, great one-on-one players, athletic. They play small. So it's a great team. I mean, not for nothing. They were sixth in the regular season, and they beat Denver, which is another great team. So we respect them a lot, and we knew it was not going to be easy. What is, not frustrating but disappointing is that we had a great game. We had them where we wanted, kind of we blew it. So it kind of hurts, but you know what? We are 2-2. We're going back home, and we have a great opportunity to go back up in the round, in the series.
Quick follow-up. Is it fun playing a series like this against these guys?
It's fun playing the playoffs, but of course, playing a talented team like them in a great arena like this with fans going crazy is always fun. It's completely different than playing a regular season game. So that's why we are here. Just to play this type of game is what we all love.
Manu, I know you've taken a lot of shots, you made a lot, missed a lot in postseason. You cross over Barnes and you're wide open. I mean, have you ever had a look that open at the end of a game?
Yeah. The three or the layup?
Yeah, the three.
The three. No, the truth is that wasn't a play for me, but I had to attack, and when I saw him in the floor, so wide open. But my last few shots were short, so I don't know if I got tired or what, but I stopped pushing with my legs, and that's that. It was being a good game for me, and I kind of stopped shooting the same way. So that could have been the game. So it's hard to swallow, because that could have been a 3-1 in a great situation. But sometimes they don't fall. And life goes on.
You hit a really big shot in game one, and David just asked about the other shot that you missed. How do you know whether or not it's just kind of okay? I'd say it this way: do you blame yourself when that happens, or do you just think that some shots go in, some shots don't go in?
Well, you think that you could have taken a better shot. After I shot it, I realized that I didn't push it the right way. But you can't be blaming yourself. I think I took an open shot. When you kind of blame yourself more is when you take a messed up shot, a shot that you shouldn't have taken. And I think that was a good look.
Paul Gackle, San Francisco Examiner. Stephen Curry was clearly limited today. What did you think of the way he played? What were your impressions of his performance?
Well, you could see that he was not as aggressive, especially at the beginning of the game. But he made a couple big buckets in overtime. And he's a player that you may see him playing one leg and one arm, and you got to guard him. So you got to respect him. He can really go off at any time. So he's that type of player. Kind of was silent for a big part of the game, but then make big plays.
Mike Monroe, San Antonio Express News. Manu, was this for you one of those sort of up and down games? Started off great, and then you couldn't seem to get your shot back.
Yeah, I think I started well. I just took the same shots as I was taking before. They just fell this time. And the same happened in the second half. I probably took one or two in a bad position. But, yeah, it's what happens. Sometimes you start feeling good, and then you stop doing what you were doing, and you lose confidence. But I felt good. The shots I've taken were open, the last two at least, and they just didn't fall, and theirs did.
And how surprising is it that the whole team really has struggled at the foul line in this series? 56% tonight, and it's become it was a strength in the season, and now it's become a problem?
I don't have a secret answer for that. It just happens. Sometimes you make them, sometimes you missed. We shot close to 80 all season long, and we are just not making them. I think a bigger problem was, for example, the offensive rebounds. That was a bigger deficiency. Free throws, there's not much you can do about it. Sometimes you're going to make them, sometimes you won't, but there are other things that you can really control, get in better position, move the ball better, sharper with passes, but free throws is free throws.
Okay, thank you.